would you introduce yourself first?
All right. Hello there. Nice to meet you. I am Veronica, and I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I am a designer and a professional English teacher. I have been teaching English online for about 2 years now in Chinese schools, and I really love this job. I also work as a designer, which is my other passion.
Right.
And I've also studied art history, which is another hobby that I have.
But what kind of fashion design do you do?
I'm right now. I'm not working as a fashion designer. I'm doing more graphic design. I design prints for T-shirts and other types of clothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Graphic design for clothing.
Okay. So yeah, maybe let's talk about your trip in Japan, because you came to Japan, right? How long ago was it?
Yes, I went to Japan in 2 occasions. First, it was in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
I visited Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back there last year, 2019.
Oh, okay.
But I only visited Tokyo that time.
Oh, okay.
The first time I went to Japan, I was so impressed. It exceeded my expectation in all levels, because I wasn't expecting so much order, and at the same time so many people walking the streets, but nobody touching themselves. Everybody was very respectful and helpful, even though we couldn't communicate verbally. People were amazing to me. So yes, I had a great experience.
Okay. But what did you do in Tokyo? Because you only spent your time in Tokyo. About your last trip? Last year.
My last trip? I basically went shopping and eating and walking around the city.
Okay. Wow. But do you like Japanese food?
Yes, I love Japanese food.
Okay.
But I became a vegetarian a couple of years ago. So the last time I went to Japan, I couldn't eat fish. So it was pretty hard.
Yeah, sure.
But
why did you become vegetarian?
Because of ethic reasons, moral reasons.
Okay. Yeah,
but I respect meat eaters.
Right. Okay. So, but you told me that you'd like to live in Japan in the future, right?
Yes, I would love to spend at least a year in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
And maybe studying design or something related to that, and getting to know the culture more. Maybe study Japanese. Why not?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'd love to have that experience.
Okay. So maybe let's talk about teaching. So, would you tell me about your teaching style? What do you think about yourself as a teacher?
I think it's very important to have fun in class. I think that's the best way to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to make a fun and creative atmosphere so the students can feel comfortable and confident to make mistakes and to participate. And I think that way they can learn the language more effectively.
Okay.
And using lots of TPR, I think that's very important. Props,
right,
to enhance the learning experience.
Okay. So would you like to keep working as a teacher?
Yes. I enjoy working as a teacher.
Okay.
because I love interacting with people from other cultures. So this job is really good for me in that way. I really enjoy it.
So you are also teaching English to Chinese kids, right?
Yes.
Wow. So what's your impression on them?
Oh, they're very eager to learn. They're very nice kids. They're very respectful to teachers and very intelligent as well. They're very disciplined and they're very eager to learn. So I have a blast.
Okay. Is it an international school or what kind of school is it?
No, it's a Chinese public school.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
You are contracted to the government or how does it work? Is it
yeah, it's a company that's hired by schools to get the service of the English classes.
So in China, so they are teaching English to the kids at the public schools?
Yeah.
Wow, all of them. I mean, if you are a kid in China, you go to a public school and then you get online English class.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. They have their own English teacher in the classroom, but they also have these classes with people from foreign countries to basically to enhance their pronunciation.
Oh, okay.
It's based on pronunciation and repetition, and yeah, it's phonics oriented mostly.
Okay, but how many times do they have English lessons?
I teach many schools. I think in average they must have one class a week, one class per week with the foreign teacher. But with their own teacher, maybe they have English 3 times a week or so.
Okay. But how long does it last, your lesson?
My lesson is half an hour.
Oh yeah. But to how many of them? How many kids?
Around 30 to 40 kids per class.
Oof. How can you teach?
You basically have to, they provide the material and you basically, read what's written in the PowerPoint presentation. And of course you add your own style, your own TPR, props, gestures, and you can ask for participants to interact with you.
So you can see everybody on the screen.
Yeah, exactly. You can see everybody.
Them, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Are they using Zoom or what kind of application they're using?
It's kind of like Zoom, but it's their own application.
Okay. But do they have a computer? I mean, each of them has a computer, or how does it work?
No, they have a projector in the classroom. With one computer, they project me on the wall or on the whiteboard.
Wow. So you're like a movie star, right?
I love the kids. They're so amazing. And for me, it's such an incredible experience, to interact with kids from inner China or kids from, I don't know, Xi'an, Nanjing, not even the cities.
Wow.
So yeah, it's incredible.
So, public schools in China, even like a Xi'an or those kind of, it's not like a big city like a Shanghai or Beijing, right?
No, right.
They have
it's
this
pretty...
kind of facilities. Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah. And there are other cities that are a bit rural, kids that live in, I don't know if it's the countryside, but it's definitely not a city, and definitely maybe they've never seen a Westerner before, it's incredible.
Wow, it's very advanced. How is their English level?
It depends. some kids have a great level of English, but other kids struggle a lot with mostly pronunciation because Chinese is so much different. You know, the vowels and the sounds, the shape of the mouth is so different, so they struggle. But there are some other kids that, I don't know, they're like 6 years old and they can read and they can make a full sentence with complex vocabulary for their age. It's amazing. So there's a little bit of everything.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Or do you give them a lot of homework or?
No, the schools take care of that. I just give the lesson and then the rest is up to the school.
Okay. But how did you find this job, teaching kids in China?
I knew that there was a lot of job opportunities in China, so I started looking online, and yes, there are a lot of schools that need teachers.
Okay.
Well, not so many schools. There's a lot of jobs for individual classes like you do. There are many platforms that teach those kind of classes.
Right.
But as I wanted to work during my nights, I found this job and I applied, and then they said that it was at schools. So.
Okay, maybe now maybe would you talk about your country? So what your point of view? I mean, what's going on right now, or maybe just in general?
In general,
yeah.
Well, it's not a very very stable country in economic terms. Yeah. So yeah, it's not very easy to get a well-paid job here. That's why I started looking for jobs abroad, paid in dollars, you know.
Yeah, but every 10 years you have a crisis, right?
Yes.
Yes. Such a country in the world.
It's like we're used to it, you know. We manage to survive.
Yeah.
We get creative. But you know, right now everything has changed with the coronavirus. There's nobody on the streets. Everybody is in self-isolation, so I don't really know what's going on out there.
Right.
Because I don't leave my house.
Okay.
But I don't know, because I understand that we have to stay home and we have to take care of our health, but at the same time the economy is gonna backlash badly.
Bankrupt. Yeah.
And how are things in Japan? Are you in quarantine right now, or?
Yeah, but we are not forced. We can go out anytime we want. So
that's great.
Yeah, but still, very quiet.
Have you had many cases of coronavirus?
No, just maybe not right now. I think people have died. Maybe the number 140 people have died.
Oh, okay. It's good compared to Europe or the United States. It's terrible.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, I hope everything will be over. I mean, the short period of time.
Yes, me too.
Get back
hopefully.
Anything else you want to say to your future students?
Yeah, I cannot wait to start working with you guys. I love interacting with other cultures, and I'll be here waiting for you, ready to teach you English, and maybe you can teach me some Japanese. Why not?
Yeah. Es una pregunta. ¿Puedes enseñar castellano también, no?
Sí. ¿Hablas argentino?
Obviamente, sí. Yo viví en Buenos Aires 2 años, por eso.
Wow, hablas re bien.
Gracias.
Increíble.
Sí. Bailo tango también. Casi todos los sí.
¿En serio?
Sí.
Wow, qué bueno. ¿Viniste a bailar aquí?
No, solo fui a como quedarme allá y me gustó mucho y me quedé como 2 años. Después me fui a vivir a México, Ciudad de México, y me quedé 2 años también.
Ah, por eso hablas tan bien español.
Sí.
Qué bueno, Yuki. Esto es increíble.
Yeah. Okay, so you can teach Spanish and English, right? Great.
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Okay, good to hear. Okay, yeah, thank you for taking your time, and yeah, I hope everything will be okay, and maybe next month, and then yeah, you're gonna start working as soon as possible.
All right. Thank you so much, Yuki, for the opportunity. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, me too. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias y nos vemos muy pronto.
Muchas gracias. Que tengas buenos días. Adiós.
Adiós.
Chao, chao.
Chao, chao. ベロニカ先生なんですけども、今ちょっとインタビューの途中でいきなりYouTube のために録画させていただきました。でですね、僕が一番びっくりしたのは中国小学校でまさかオンラインレッスンをやっていると。週1回ですけども、多分他、中国人の先生で週3回やってるという話でしたけども、彼女、アルゼンチンで、中国から見ても地球の裏側にいる先生を雇って、しかも普通の公立の小学校がそのアルゼンチン人の先生を雇ってオンラインレッスンを実施しているという、しかも支払いペーパルという、完全に目をかけてますよね。うちの姉が小学校の先生なんですけども、多分今の話にはついていけないでしょうね。いやー、すごいですね。多分もう中国人は高校2、3年か3、4年でもう小学校からやってるから、多分大人になったらもうペラペラっていうのは当たり前な、現実的な話ですよね。日本人大丈夫なのかな、ちょっと。というわけで、うちのスクールでぜひ、皆さんも英語を学んでいただければと思います。あとスペイン語も教えてますので、ベロニカ先生はスペイン語も英語も教えることができます。彼女の英語本当にフラットで、すごく発音もすごく綺麗。僕もアルゼンチン2年住んだんですけども、あんなに綺麗な英語を話す人ってあんまりいないですよね。ちょっとそれでもびっくりしました。とても、アルゼンチン人って結構ハイテンションな方が多いんですけど、とても落ち着いた感じで、あと日本に2回も来ていて、もう去年来て東京にいたという話ですけども、あと日本にもあと1年は住みたいということで、とても、日本人とは仲良くしたいと思っている人ですので、ぜひ一度レッスンをお取りください。よろしくお願いします。